Alright, so here's what I'm working on with this particular drill. I'm trying to fix two things. Like I've talked about before, my casts are too steep and too vertical. I'm trying to make the cast more lateral. I'm trying to be a little more patient and push it out in front of me. So I'm trying to find the point at which the weight passes my line of vision on the cast before I start moving my feet. The second thing I'm working on, this is something I've always been missing in weight for distance, is I'm trying to push the weight down. I've always had a decent push out of the back. I can push the weight toward the throwing sector, but it happens a little late. And I think the cue of pushing the weight down when I land, especially from the cast, you know, pushing when I'm at back at zero, so to speak, pushing back there is going to impart a little bit more velocity and enforce a better orbit. Okay, next drill is a one turn from the sprint position. I have always been bad at this drill. I've never gotten anything out of it, but I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact that, especially on heavyweight for distance, I let the weight control me through the middle into the sprint. So I'm gonna have to tackle this one. I'm gonna have to get control of it. I'm gonna have to do the same thing, same principle. You know, when I land and the weight is behind me, I need to push it down. I need to create a push. I need to find that spot instead of just letting the weight swing through and trying to chase it. So here goes nothing. Okay, overall heavyweight feels pretty good. Just widening up that orbit a little bit, thinking about bumping it out at the back and pushing it forward into the line of sight really made a difference in the orbits and then being more lateral, me being able to get a lateral push. The best evidence of that is that I had been previously throwing heavyweight for distance a little in front of the back line, maybe anywhere up to a foot length, a half foot length depending on the field, whatever. And I found myself having to scoot up to the very back line throwing like this. So there's a lot more lateral push. That first push after landing after the cast is coming along, and that adds a lot of velocity, which some of these reps you can see I wasn't ready for. Just was not prepared on the sprint. So I still don't have it at the front though. I still need to work on, you know, right before release, that second push down. I'm blind right now. I'm not seeing it, I'm not feeling it. So need to slow things down. The throws where I slowed it down at the front and really tried to maintain the orbit, push it through, I felt like I finished a little bit better. No tape today. I don't know where they were. It looks like, just based on old holes, probably high 30s, maybe one or two at 40 or so. I don't know. It wasn't about distance today, but it will be very soon, so this is the kind of practice I need. All right, so far so good on this day. I've gotten to do a lot of my favorite things. Early this morning I got to hang out with both kids before they went to school, and Ashley worked really late last night, but she still got up early just to see the kids and I guess to see me too. But that was awesome that we all got to be around the breakfast table together and talk and see each other in the morning. That little stuff matters a lot, especially when you have as busy and as weird of a schedule as we have. That stuff matters a lot. So I'm really happy that she took one for the team, so to speak, and woke up super early with us. Got to coach today. I coached deadlifts and I got to coach people on muscle ups, and that's fun stuff. That's the stuff where you see like quick improvement, and I love coaching the deadlift. You know, the muscle ups, I remember getting my first one and getting people to that point to where they're so close, or they're just getting the first one. That's really fun. So that's actually, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being the first rep. Yeah. And then just get over and see your feet. Look at those awesome pink shoes. And then keep the rings tight. Oh! And then finally I got to throw. I haven't thrown in weeks and weeks, so I got out and finally cut some time out of the schedule to go threw some weight for distance. Things went really well. I was really happy with the progress that was made there with a couple of small tweaks. Found some time to do some HVIII Brand Goods work as well. We are just honestly over the moon right now with the response to the stuff we're doing. The fact that we put out all of our crazy little ideas and people are on board with it and are into it, that does not get old. You know, the stuff that I'm doing right now may not be the fun, creative part of it. There's a lot of, you know, trying to keep the books. You know, we're growing at a really awesome rate right now, and with that comes the ability and the need to track things a little bit better. So I kind of got to do the grown-up stuff right now, which, you know, sucks a little bit, but I don't know, it's my background. It's what, you know, I'm kind of built for it. So, you know, doing those things allows us to make better decisions. There's a lot of ideas and a lot of things we have in the works that we really want to push, and being more organized, as boring as that sounds, being more organized and doing the grown-up stuff leads to us being able to do that. You know, it's just like training. You have to have a little bit of maturity. You have to know the things that are going to give you a good yield, even if they're not the things that you enjoy the most. Sometimes you got to work on the stuff that you're not good at. You stayed with me through thick and thin. You watched me lose, you watched me win. You picked me up off of the ground. You never one time let me down. And you put me on a natural high. And I can fly, I can fly. I was drowning in a sea of make-believe, as helpless as a fallen leaf. You gave your hand to me that day, and you did it 'cause you made that way. And you put me on a natural high. And I can fly, I can fly. Always seem and you let me know. Darling, just remember these 3 words. I love you, I love you, I love you. And you put me on a natural high, and I can fly, I can fly. And you put me on a natural high, and I can fly, I can fly.